Hi everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night's live stamping. I've forgotten what week number we are. It feels like forever we've been doing this. We'll wait for a few people to join and we will get started. I've got my cup of tea. I hope you're all sitting comfortably. Oh, lots of you tonight. Look at you. You've all been waiting for me. I'm a couple of minutes late, so sorry about that. I was just finding the charger to plug my phone in. Hi to Sharon. Hi to Marion. Hi to Christine. Hello, Mum. Hope you had a nice second dinner, Mum. Okay, so I do feel cosy tonight. It feels a bit chilly in here this evening. Definitely the first time in a while that I've needed a coat. Hi, Lisa. Lisa and Isaac. Dave is hopefully indoors sleeping after a day of being in the garden and chasing around after the girls' toys. Okay, so first things first tonight. On Monday I spoke to you all about waiting for delivery and I want to show you this. Ooh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my camera around and I'm going to show you the new Stampin cut and emboss machine. This is available to demonstrators at the moment and to anyone who joins Stampin' Up before the end of August. You can purchase it as part of your starter kit. It will be available to customers from the 1st of September and it's a beauty, I won't lie. So I'm going to flip my screen around and I will show you how this works and what it all comes with. It's really, really pretty. So 2 seconds, hold your horses. Okay, are you all still there? I think you're all still there. Right, so here we have the new Stampin' cut and emboss machine. So this replaces our old die cutting machine. We've not had a die cutting machine for a little while, so we've been really excited for this to arrive, and it is well and truly worth the wait. So it's really, really handy. It's great to hold. It's a great size. It's great for travelling, so for everyone who does classes. And this one, it folds out. So the platforms fold down and it will make a bit of a bang. So you have your die cutting area like so. It comes with a set of plates. So it comes with your base plate. So we'll pop that in. And the base plate is really, really handy actually. It will show you how to create your sandwiches. So for using with thin dies, it tells you which plates to use, and all the plates are numbered, which is a really, really great but simple addition. Thank you, Stampin' Up. It tells you how to use with Stampin' standard embossing folders, and it shows you how to use with 3D embossing folders. So lots of different options there. Love that, Stampin' Up, thank you. And as I said, you've got different plates. You've got plate number 2. You have your 2 clear plates, and then you also get this grey plate. Now this grey plate is for using with the 3D embossing folders. It is numbered, it's plate number 4, and from the 1st of September you will also be able to order the magnetic plate as well. Magnetic plate was really, really popular with the old machine, and it's great that we've got that again, so watch out for that. And it's really, really smooth. You'll see me using this evening, but it is super, super smooth, and actually it makes my old die cutting machine feel really quite dated, so I'm super chuffed with that. So it's available at the moment as part of the starter kit. The starter kit is £99, so you will save money by ordering it that way. Starter kit is £99 for £130 worth of product. So this will retail at £112 from September the 1st. If you wanted to save a bit of money on it, you can get it beforehand. Please message me for details on how to do that. So I'm just going to move it to one side. And tonight I've got 2 cards for you using the Coming Home bundle of products. So this is part of our... someone's just asked a question, the old cutting plates go through it as well. Yes, the size is exactly the same as the old machine, so the old plates will fit through. It does say in the instructions, if you use products that aren't made for that particular device, then it may affect the warranty of it. But yes, the plates that we sell and the plates of the old machine will fit through. It's nice to have some new ones though. Okay, so coming home. This is a lovely stamp set. It's part of the August to December mini catalogue. Really, really popular. It comes with some lovely dies if you purchase it as a bundle, which look like this. So you've got the dies that go around the images. You have some handy little extra dies, and then you have some edgelets that you can use to create nice layers in your scenes. So I have put together for you one card that looks like this. So this is the first card we're going to make, and I haven't used the stamps for this one, I've actually used the die. So what comes with it is this lovely little house die. So you get two of those, one with a heart and one with a star in. So I've used the heart, and I'm thinking of along the lines of a new home card, which is why it says congratulations. So for this card, just pop that up out the way. For this card I have got a standard white card base, like so. I have a layer of cherry cobbler, which is our darkest, sorry, not even our darkest red, it's one of our deepest red colours. It's part of the Regals collection, and it's lovely, it's very rich. And then we have a layer of crumb cake, like so, and that's just ever so slightly smaller. Then I have a die cut piece. This is from the Stitched So Sweetly dies, and this is just cut from Whisper White. And then I have a little bit of red. So to start with for this card, we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. Let's bring in the machine. So for this, we're going to layer on a piece of cherry cobbler with our home die, our little house. And this really is smooth. So with the old machine, it used to really clunk, didn't it? You don't get any of that. So it's not sticking to the desk because of my grid paper, but it does have kind of little suckers on the bottom, so it will stick to your surface. So we have one house cut from cherry cobbler, and then we want another cut from crumb cake. So I'll just lay this on here and then pop my little house on. So you actually get two houses for the price of one doing it this way. And then that is our die cutting finished for this card. Right, so for this we have our little house, and the idea is we're going to mix and match. So we're going to pop the cherry cobbler heart in that one, and then if you wanted to, you could make a second card with that one. Okay, I have embossed the background of this. Can you see that? It's used with the brick and mortar 3D embossing folder. So for this, we're going to lay in our card and close. So we want our bricks to be horizontal, so that's why the card's going in that way. And then for our sandwich, let's speak, we're going to take out our cutting plates, and this tells me that I need, for a 3D embossing folder, I need number 1 and number 4. So number 4 is our grey plate. So we're going to pop in our base plate with our embossing folder and our grey plate, and then we just feed that through. And usually, well, what I found in the last few months, I spend forever trying to remember and work out which plate goes with which, and it's quite nice that we don't have to think about that now. It's all written down in front of us. So there we have our embossed piece of card. Can you see that? So it's nice bricks, and the bricks are all different depths as well, so it's a really nice little folder. And then we can start layering everything together. So we have our little card base, and then we have some ribbon. So this ribbon here, it's actually real red, but I didn't have any cherry cobbler and it goes okay. So this is from the Playful Pets suite of products, and you also get with it a black and white baker's twine. I've got my scissors over here. A black and white baker's twine to go with it, which is, I love a bit of monochrome. Okay, so then this we're going to pop about there. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for some washi tape. Okay, so I'm just going to secure this ribbon with a bit of washi tape. Now I'm securing it because I want to make sure it goes where I want it to go. It doesn't move. So for this we're going to stick on our house, and this one is going down with some wet glue, like so. And I'm sticking it down so that it's in the centre, but it's in the centre horizontally, but vertically it's towards the top. Don't worry about that little splodge because we're going to cover that up. And then here, I just want a dimensional. Now this is too big, so we'll just chop it down. Hi Anne, thanks for joining us. Better late than never. Oh, no worries. It's lovely of you to join us. And then this, we're going to just pop the little heart in there like so. So that's a nice little addition as well. And then we can put this on with some dimension. No, we need to do some stamping first. We need to stamp our sentiments, and my sentiment says congratulations, and it comes from the Well Said stamp set. So here it is here. Really handy stamp set. And then this we will stamp like so. And I've stamped that in crumb cake. And now we can think about sticking it down. So I'm going to put a dimensional at the bottom, and then I'm going to put 2 at the top because I want the ribbon to come through here. So now we can work out roughly where our ribbon will go, so that's fine there. Okay. So now I'm going to move this down ever so slightly, and because washi tape isn't too permanent, you can just wiggle it about. And then now we're going to feed this through here. Okay, so we need to pull that through a bit more. I find that this just gives you a little bit more control with where things are going to be. So I'm nearly happy. Okay, and then before I stick that down, I'm going to stick this piece to here. So I'm just adding a bit more wet glue. Washi tape is probably one of my most used craft items. We've actually stopped selling it. So if anyone has any that they aren't using, feel free to send me some. Okay. So now we can stick this to our card. I find it easier to tie ribbon when the cards are made, which sounds a bit crazy. I think it's because there's more weight behind it. Okay. Anyone else think that? And then this is going to go on the front of my card like so, and then now I can tie my bow, and you watch, this will go horribly wrong. Oh no, that's not too bad. So there we have our little bow, like so. So that is our finished card number 1. Well, I say it's finished, we just need to add a little piece inside, which is just here. And what I've done with this is to carry on the red theme. I've just gone around the edge with a Stampin' right marker in Cherry Cobbler. So these right markers are available in colour collections, or you can buy them as a whole pack. And with the whole pack you then get a black one. If you buy them in colour collections, you would have to buy the black one separately. Okay, and then now this can be stuck in. And I've left it blank because, one, because I don't have any new home sentiments, but also I might want to write something a bit more and fill the whole space. Okay, so there we have card number 1. So Gives, but tie a bow around a block and then stick to card. Oh, like it. Okay, I'll have to try that. So that's card number 1 all finished. Let me know what you think. It's always nice to have a bit of feedback. And I've also got here my little house. I'll think about what to do with that for another time maybe. Let's just pop my dies away and then we will move on to card number 2, which is my favourite of the two, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so these stamps are really great for colouring. So I wanted to show you a little bit of colouring, but I didn't want to do a bit of overkill. So this is card number 2. And this is a smoky slate card base. It's a landscape card for me, which I don't normally do. It's got a bit of stamping on the background, and I'm going to use the Stamparatus for that. And then it's got a bit of vellum, so just to kind of mute the stamping in the background. And then we've got some stamped and coloured images there. So let's make that. So for this card, I'm going to use the Stamparatus. So for those of you that haven't seen the Stamparatus before, this is a stamping platform. It's a precision stamping platform. Never known you to make a pants card. Oh Joe, trust me, I have made many. I just don't show them to you all. Okay, so this is Stamparatus. It's a stamping platform and it's used for precision stamping, and it's really handy. I don't use it as much as I probably should do, and the idea of it is this is our stamping area, and then these are our acrylic blocks for adding our stamps to. So I'm going to show you a couple of really handy techniques with it. And so to start with, I'm going to line my card up with the top. So this grid paper, you purchase it separately, but it's really handy because it just gives you the lines. Obviously you could use your normal grid paper and cut it down, but I like to have things that fit perfectly, and it's obviously got the measurements on it. So I'm going to line this up with the top edge of my platform and this first dark line like so. Now these magnets you use to hold your cardstock down, they are super strong. So one, you don't want to get them stuck together, and two, you don't want to get them stuck together. I won't say anymore. So we've got our card in place, and this is the card, the background that we're going to do this empty stamping on. So I'm going to need my stamp set, which is just here, and we're going to need, it's not even in the box, it's on the desk. There's me getting things out already. Okay, so we're going to start with this little guy. So this little guy is our main one that we're going to colour, but we want to make sure we've got room for it. So to start with, we're going to pop that down. Just going to turn my notifications off. So we're going to pop our house down, and it's this is the side we want to pick up. So we're going to bring our acrylic plate down and pick up that stamp. Okay, so our stamp is now stuck to here. Okay, so we're going to stamp that. So we're going to add our ink and then just push down. And then when you lift off, if you've missed any pieces or the stamping isn't great, you just pop it back down and it will just go over, because it's not going to move. It's going to be in the same place. Now our next image, we're going to pick that up, turn it round, and then we are going to go in with our next image. So our next image is this lovely large house, and I'm lining the bottom up. Okay, I don't really want to stamp anything over the top. And then we repeat, we bring our platform down and we pick it up. We add our ink and then we close, push down nice and firmly, and we have our image there like so. Okay, and then this one we're going to go in with our third house. So again, we're going to just pop it down, lining up the bottom. We bring over our stamping platform, pick it up, and then we add our ink. Push down, pick it up, and there it is. And then to save you taking it all off, because it's nice to be able to clean all your stamps at the end, we're going to lay this one down and pop on our last house like so. Pick it up. I do love with these with this Stamparatus that you've got the two stamping plates. Oh, see, look there. If you see that, I haven't stamped very well. So all I do is I add a bit more ink to that area. Because we know it's going to be in the same place, we just re-ink, and there we have it. So there are our 4 houses. Now actually on this one, my house is a bit further that way, so I'm probably going to swap some bits around, but it's all part of improvising. So now we want to this little guy, because we want to colour him in. So move that out the way. And then we want some scrap white cardstock. Now what we want to stamp the car, the house, the small tree, the large tree, and the lamppost. So we're going to do this with them all attached to one block, because we're going to colour them in and die cut them out. Okay, there we have our little houses, and then whilst I'm there, I'm also going to stamp the sentiment so that that is done as well. And this is Time for a New Adventure, and this also comes from the Well Said stamp set, all stamped in smoky slate today. So then to colour in, I want some Stampin' blends, and I've got Old Olive for the trees, I've got dark and light smoky slate for the houses and some of the other bits, I've got a So Saffron dark and a dark mint macaron. Okay, so for this we're going to start with our dark grey, and I'm colouring in the roof, and I'm using the small end, and I'm not worrying too much about tone because they're quite small images. I don't really think you need to worry too much about that. And then we're going to colour the house in with light smoky slate. So has anyone else got this set so far and have been using it or putting off using it? Okay, and then the windows we're going to colour in with the So Saffron, almost as if the light is coming through it. And then the door is Mint Macaron. This is my favourite Stampin' Up colour. It was an in colour many moons ago, so I was really excited when they brought it back as part of the colour refresh. Very happy I was. And then the car is also going to be Mint Macaron, because of course we all have cars that match the colour of our house. Linz, you sure do have it coming with your class kit. Excited for that one, it's going to be good. I've got the cards to show you at the end of this. I've had a few questions about them. Okay. And I do like colouring these houses in. And then the little trees. Now I know trees don't have grey, what's the word? The bit in the middle. They don't normally have grey bits like that. I can't think this evening. Someone tell me. But hey, it's all part of the fun of it. And so she's got this trunk. That's the word, Courtney. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. The tree trunk. They're not normally grey, but for my card, it is grey. And again, I'm not worrying too much about shading for these trees. I'm just colouring them. And then we want the So Saffron for here. Okay, so that is our colouring done for our little houses. So just pop my blends away, and then we're going to cut out our hail houses, and I'm going to use this today. So take out plate number 4, and we want all of our plates back in. So for this we need our dies, so we need the small tree, the big tree, oops, the car, and because the magnetic plate isn't yet available, I have used washi tape to make sure that none of these slip while I'm die cutting. So all we do is we place our die around the image, and then just going to lay my washi tape across. And washi tape isn't too sticky, so it won't damage your image at all. It will stick it down nicely so that it doesn't move. There's nothing more frustrating than die cutting and then they move. Linz, this is such a lovely cut. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you. I've seen a lot of bright colours with these houses so far, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. So we lay our platform on and then we just wheel it through. So for those that have joined, this is the new Stampin cut and emboss machine. It's available to customers to order from the 1st of September. or you can purchase it earlier as part of a starter kit. So for those that went with us. So now all we do is we pop out our little pieces. So we have our house, we have our 2 trees, we have our car. Now there isn't actually a die for the lamppost, so I'm ever so sorry guys, I'm going to have to do some fussy cutting. So one thing I like about putting the washi tape on as well is that it does keep the dies in place after, so you don't lose them, or you have less chance of losing them. Just concentrating. Of course, Courtney, bit of fussy cutting. Okay, so there are all our pieces that we need, and then now we can bring everything else back in and we can start putting this together. So this is our piece that is our background. That'll be my stamp set falling on the floor. So what we're going to do first is this piece of vellum is the same size as our background card, and it just mutes that stamping. So if you put that over and then you put these pieces on, I think it just looks a lot better. If you put those on there, I just don't think it stands out very well. So vellum is great for using in that way. So I'm going to put a bit on this house because obviously we're going to cover the house up, and then I'm going to put a teeny little dot in each corner, and honestly it is really teeny. You can barely see it. And then lay this over, and because it's the same size you can literally just line the two up. So the glue that I'm using will dry completely clear, so you can't even see where the glue is on there. Okay, and then now we can start layering up everything else. So the house is going on first, and that's going on with dimensionals. There's a lot of dimension on this card, and I'm going to put that down there. So I need to go careful with this because actually my house is a little bit further along, but it should be okay. Yeah, it is, that's fine. Okay, so now we can put our little lamppost in, and I think it just makes it look like the houses really are behind this house, the one that we've coloured in. And then the car can go on. So there's just a mixture of flat, sticking things down flat, and then sticking things down with dimensionals. So this tree is going to get tucked behind and stuck down flat. So checking in late. Oh, I hope you've had a nice evening. So that can go in there, and then our little tree is going to go over the top but also flat. Like so. And then we have our little sentiment, which I'm going to cut down into a strip. So just fussy cutting. This sentiment, I'm not sure if I said it, was in the Well Said stamp set. Time for a new adventure. And today is the first time I've used this sentiment. I think the stamp set is about 3 years old. So I'm doing okay. Okay, so that's stuck down like so. And I'm going to stick these down, or this down, these. These are foam adhesive strips, and these have been around for quite some time, and these are really handy for using with shaker cards, but also with things like this. They're also great because they're nice and thin. Okay, so then this sentiment is going to go roughly about there. So as you can see, there's lots of different layers to this, and I do think the vellum really sets it off. So I have a smoky slate card base, which is the same colour as the ink that I've used for my stamping, and that's going to go on there like so. I'm just sticking this on with some Tombow. So there we have like that. And then the last piece that I'm going to add a little gem to the front. This is a frosted epoxy dot. You get 2 sets in a pack. You get frosted and you get clear. So these are the frosted ones. And obviously it's always nice to add a little gem to a card. And then inside, and I have left this completely plain, I haven't done any doodling, I have just a layer of Whisper White to strengthen the back and just make it feel a bit more even in terms of thickness. And there we have. So that is card number 2 for you this evening, guys. Love to know your thoughts on that. And then card number 1, for those of you that tuned in a bit later, this is card number 1. So I've used the Coming Home products. I've used the stamp set and the dies. For this one I've only used the die, and we've cut them out in 2 different colours and layered them together to give a bit more dimension. That would be a really nice new home card. And then for the second one I've used just the stamps and then the dies to cut around, and I've shown you a really useful layering technique with vellum to just mute your stamping in the background a little bit more, to really make the things that you're adding on the front pop. So those are my 2 cards this evening for you ladies. I hope you enjoyed it. Lovely to spend some time with you. I'm just going to read back through some of the comments. So Christine says, lovely card, thank you, you're welcome. Linda's put, I really love how delicate this card looks, even though it doesn't have delicate subject matter. I think you're right, actually. I've not seen many cards using this set done in a subtle shade. They're more kind of bright and Christmassy, so I'm really pleased with how that looks. Courtney's put, she'll have to use the vellum like I did, loves the effect. I'm really glad you like it. Anne likes the cards, and Janice has put great card as well. Sophie thinks the vellum is perfect, and Hilary and Linz have both enjoyed it too. Excellent. So I'm really pleased, guys. I hope you have a lovely few days. I'll next be live here on Sunday. It may be at a different time on Sunday because I'm actually attending a Stampin' Up demonstrator event late in the evening. So watch this space for a change in the time. I should have actually been in New Orleans today, so feeling a bit bittersweet, as obviously there's a huge hurricane due to hit out there. So I hope everyone manages to stay safe, but I'm attending the virtual event, so looking forward to seeing some of the demonstrators. Have a great evening, guys, and I hope to see you all or hear from you very soon. If you've got any questions about anything I've done, drop me a message, and all of the products that I've used this evening are available in my online store at the moment. Thanks, guys. See you all soon. Take care. Bye.